City Hill kids, it's me, Michelle, and I am missing you so much. Today I want to know what you think. We've all been doing this at home thing for a while now, and I'd like to know, are you ready to go back to school? Or do you think that we should all do homeschooling permanently now because it's so much fun? As you can see, I'm filming outside today. Don't worry, it's my own garden and it's pretty dark. That's why I've got my LED light over here. It lets me see a little bit better and I can make sure that nothing is sneaking up on me in the dark, except for that damsel fly. I don't know about you guys, but I find it pretty spooky outside with no lights on. It's quite dark and I can hear something rustling next to my foot, but I can't tell what it is. That's why I have my LED light with me, because when we turn the light on, the spookiness level goes way down. Did you know our hearts have got their own spookiness level? Right now, while you guys are at home because of COVID-19, you might have some worries and fears that are starting to eat away at you. What happens after all this is over? What if you get the coronavirus? What if your friend does? But Psalm 27 verse 1 tells us, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is my stronghold. Of whom shall I be afraid?" When we start to feel worried and anxious, it feels pretty dark inside our hearts, but we can turn the light on. Whenever those worries and fears start to come, we can stop and pray. Here's a simple prayer that we can use. Dear God, I'm feeling frightened, but I know that you are large and in charge. I want to trust in you. Please help me not to be afraid. When we do that, it's like turning the light on in our hearts. The fears have got to go because our hearts fill up with the truth that God is bigger than anything that we're afraid of. Another thing that we can do is to get familiar with God's word. When our hearts are full of what his words say, there's no space in there for us to be afraid. One of my favorite verses is the one that Natasha shared on Wednesday. When I am afraid, I will put my trust in you, in God who gives me strength. The second part of today's verse says, "The Lord is my stronghold." A stronghold is a castle or a fortress. People would run into it when the enemy army was coming. It had high, thick walls to keep them safe. God is our stronghold. That means we don't need to be afraid because he protects us. Whenever our hearts start to feel darkened with worry and anxiety, we can remember that God is bigger than anything we're afraid of, and his love for us is bigger than any fear. We can put our trust in him, and when we do that, there is no space for fear to fill our hearts. Why don't you say today's verse with me? The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is my stronghold. Of whom shall I be afraid? Remember, guys, when you start to feel frightened, you can stop and pray. Nothing is bigger than God. Thanks for watching our video today. We'll share the results of our poll on Monday. See you soon!